right. Hello. So, I will do an update after. Do you have poop? You stink. No. No poop. Oh my God. Gotta put your jacket on. Gotta get your shoe on. Right now, we are at my rheumatologist appointment because I need to have a checkup. My health is not doing so hot recently, and I have had something happen last week that I haven't shared yet, that I will talk about after the appointment, when I have time, because I'm kind of in a rush. But one, I need to have the checkup anyways. I haven't been since having Carter, so a year. Two, my health is kind of getting bad again, and I'm not feeling good, and it just needs to happen. And I will talk about everything that's going on, how my health is doing, all that fun stuff after my appointment. But right now we are at my rheumatologist appointment, so wish me luck, and I'll let you know how it goes. Well, kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. No bite. No biting. So I'll let you know how it goes. I am going to have all of this blood work done, and this is a lot, and this is less than what he did last time. Last time I had so much done. All right, I know I look like a hot mess. I know I'm tired. I know my hair's a mess, but today just had tons of blood work pulled. Not quite as much as he pulled last time, but still a lot. He pulled 13 tubes last time, and he pulled like 9 or 10 this time, so not quite as much, but still a lot. A couple things I was not expecting at my appointment at all, but it's some answers. I will explain, I promise. I know I have you on edge, but I will explain later. I need to sit down and explain everything, so yeah. All right, I was going to wait to do this later, but I have a minute to do it now because Carter's napping. I'm about to go into a chiropractor when he wakes up. So I'm gonna kind of do just a long story short, sum it up of what's going on. I'm sure I've mentioned it, but I have lupus. I have autoimmune diseases. And I usually take Plaquenil, the hydrochloroquine, whatever it's called. But due to COVID, I haven't been taking it because the pharmacy would not give it to me, because they told me it was only if it was necessarily needed. And at the time, I was feeling fine, and I was like, you know what, I'm actually feeling okay. I don't need it. So I haven't taken it in almost a year. I wouldn't say a year, but probably at least 8 months. I haven't been on it. I took it when I was pregnant. I took it after Carter was born. And then when I needed another refill, sorry, I'm blinking because my eyes were itchy, and now they're all watery because I was itching them. But when I went to go get a refill, they wouldn't give me the refill in March. And I don't know, it's probably been 7-8 months, something like that, that I haven't been taking it. But I was feeling fine for this year that Carter, you know, this year of postpartum. I've actually felt okay up until the past few months. I have been throwing up very often. I have had diarrhea very often. Constantly tired, just feeling tired and crappy again. Losing weight like crazy. I'm already a very small person. Usually my weight is 98 pounds on the lower side, 100 on the higher side. And when I started throwing up, I got down to 92 pounds. And I wasn't trying to lose the weight. And I had talked to my OB doctor about it, and you know, she took blood and showed that my thyroid was attacking my cells, and that I was on the verge of pre-diabetes. So that could be what's going on there, that I am a diabetic, because when my blood sugar, like if I don't eat and my blood sugar gets low, I get extremely like shaky, disoriented. I don't know what's going on. I can't focus. Like, I need food. I don't feel good. I mean, everybody, you know, kind of doesn't feel good, but I get extremely like super out of it. So I could be diabetic and have thyroid issues. So I've kind of been able to get some weight back on, and I'm, you know, around 94 pounds, been able to keep that on. Still have the random throwing up, the random diarrhea, and it's weird. It's like sometimes, and it can be the same thing. I can eat the same thing in one night, I'm totally fine, and the next night I'm throwing up from it. So I might need to, you know, just cut meat out of my diet and go mostly plant-based vegetarian. And we talked about that today, changing my diet and trying to be mostly vegetarian, because that could have a big factor to throwing up, because my pancreas could be messing up. I could be having some issues with my pancreas right now. The lupus can affect your pancreas, and with the throwing up and the diarrhea, that is signs of your pancreas acting up. So he did some blood work also to look into my pancreas. So that could be what's going on there. I also, last Sunday, I had a seizure for the first time ever. And that was really scary. And I've never had a seizure. My lupus has never been that bad to where I've had a seizure. And I guess it can happen with lupus. Lupus can give you seizures. And I've been having a lot of flare-ups lately, and I've been getting really weak to where I can't hold myself up. I can't hold anything. I'm extremely shaky and weak and lethargic, and losing track of what I'm trying to say. and just, you know, having a lot of flare-ups again, which I haven't in a long time. But I've noticed with my lupus over the 5 years that I've had it, I go through phases. I can be totally fine for a while, and then it'll start to get bad again. And then I'll be fine, and then it can start to get bad, and it's starting to get really bad. Probably the worst I've been, and that's really hard for me, especially when I have a baby that I can't be sick. I can't be hospitalized. I can't not be here. But yeah, I had a seizure, and it was a pretty long seizure from what Lane said. It was like, I think he said like 4 or 5 minutes long. And anyway, I had been feeling really weak and lethargic all night, couldn't hold myself up. If I needed to like walk, I needed Lane to help me because I couldn't hold myself up. And I was really shaky all night long. And sorry, I keep looking down, I'm like fidgeting. We went to go lay down in bed, or I went to take a shower, and when we went to go lay down, I noticed like my head started shaking like this, but I was still aware, and it was really weird. Like, I don't know if it was because I knew I was with Carter and I knew I couldn't do it because I was on the bed and I knew he would roll off. Like, I couldn't let myself do it yet. And I was just shaking, and I texted Bailey. I was like, my head won't stop shaking. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. I've never had this. And Lane was in the kitchen putting food away, and I texted him. I was like, can you come in here, please? And he came in here, and he was like, what's wrong? I was like, can you just lay in here? I don't feel good. And he lay down, and as soon as like he lay down, then it happened. I felt myself go out of conscious, and he said I was holding on to Carter's sleeper the entire time, or onto his sleeping sack the entire time. But I like went out of conscious, and my eyes rolled back, and I was just like, I don't feel so good. And my eyes rolled behind my head and was like looking all over the place, I guess. And my head started like shaking like crazy, and my entire body started shaking, and I was out of it and was shaking like that for a good, I guess, 4 or 5 minutes, and eventually came to, and I could hear him in my mind, but I couldn't respond. And my phone is getting hot, so we're gonna move it. I could hear him in my mind, but like I couldn't respond to him. Like in my mind, I was like, I can hear you, but I can't like answer, like when you're in a coma. I don't know if that's what it's like. I've never been in a coma, but you know what I mean. And so, when I eventually calmed down, you know, he was trying to talk to me and I couldn't answer, and he was like, you want to go to the hospital? And I eventually got to the point where I could nod, and I nodded yes, and he got me dressed and got me in the car and got Carter in the car and went to the hospital. And at that point I was able to talk, and I told them, I was like, I just had a seizure or stroke, or I don't know, something just happened. And they checked and didn't have signs of a stroke, checked my brain and everything. But I did have a seizure, and they wanted to keep me, hi honey, they wanted to keep me overnight and do testing and, you know, watch how I am and everything. And I fought them on. I was like, I cannot stay overnight. I have a son who does not sleep through the night. I only have a couple bags of milk pumped. I cannot stay overnight. It's like, I feel okay now. They gave me some steroids and some other medicine. They want to give me morphine. I was like, heck no. I was like, I do not want morphine, no. And they were like, we really want to keep you. And I was like, please, 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 I don't want to stay overnight. I feel fine. I will sign whatever saying that I refuse. Like, I don't want to stay overnight. So, went home, just rested that next day. Haven't had a flare since, but I have been having, even before this seizure, I don't understand why. I have been having such bad freaking headaches every single day, dang near migraines every single day. No matter what I do, I cannot shake it. I've got back on my headache, because I get migraines. I have got back on my headache preventative medicine. I have got 3 different headache medications to take when my headaches get bad, and I take them every single day, a couple times a day, and I cannot get rid of this headache. And it hurts so bad, and it gets me so nauseous and sick every single day, and I cannot get rid of it. And like, I don't understand. Like, I cannot get rid of this headache, and it's been a while now. And so I talked to my rheumatologist about it today, and again, that's, I guess, a part of lupus, but I got an answer on what that could be. Is I got another diagnosis today. It's not terrible, but it's just another diagnosis to add, which sucks because I'm 21. Like, I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia today. So, and he said that tension could be causing headaches every day because he felt it in my neck. Like, it is hard as a rock. Like, and so he said it could be that signal, and that tension could be from the fibromyalgia, could be why my head is hurting so freaking bad. Of course, also the lack of sleeping from that child. But even, before, Carter has never slept through the night. My head has never hurt this bad. So, I have another diagnosis that I got today. And I'm starting to get to the point where I'm just feeling really unhealthy again, really sick. You can see it in my face. I feel it. The moment I wake up, my head is pounding. I get out of bed, I'm stiff, I feel sick. I just feel weak and crappy and tired and everything. So, got prescribed my Plaquenil again, and then got prescribed some medicine for the fibromyalgia. So, hopefully, that'll help with my head, and then as well with, feeling better. I know the Plaquenil, will help with feeling better, but I hope the fibromyalgia medicine will help with my body feeling better and help with my head, because I go to the chiropractor all the time, like probably once every 2 weeks. I go to get a massage like once a month. I take a preventative medicine every day. I take a strong dose of Furanol, which is a strong medication, like twice a day. Some other medications like every day, and nothing works. And I just can't. I'm just not feeling good. I just don't feel good. So, and then, my stomach, I'm having issues with my pancreas. So, he wants me to exercise 5 times a week and really change my diet, which I don't eat terrible. I eat a lot of vegetables, but I eat a lot of meat, mostly chicken. I don't like to eat a lot of beef because it just makes me feel crappy. But he wants me to change my diet. He said if I can do vegetarian, because it'll make a huge difference. But yeah, so re-diagnosis today. Hopefully my pancreas isn't too bad off. Got some answers. Fortunate things. Not feeling too hot. We'll see how my blood work is doing. But that's where we are. So that's why I also haven't really been filming much lately, because I'm just not feeling good and just down. But I'm not feeling good. Like right now, like my head hurts so bad, and I just feel weak. I just feel crappy, and I can't feel weak, and I can't feel crappy. I have a kid to take care of, so yeah. But just wanted to share what's going on with my health right now. So yeah. Wait for it. I'm waiting for it to release. Oh. I'm at the chiropractor. And because I'm so tight, getting some TENS machine. Oh, it feels so good, so good. So we just got back from Walmart. I got some foods. Went in the frozen section and got me some mostly mixed vegetables, different mixed vegetable mixtures for foods. I'm gonna cut meat out of my food and just maybe have it every once in a while. The thought of it just kind of like disgusts me, and just when I eat it, it makes me feel crappy, and I think that's a major reason to my throwing up. I don't want it anymore. So I'm gonna cut meat out. So let me just, a few days later right now, let me just explain another thing going on real quick, and then that'll be the end of this video. I know it's long, I'm sorry. So I go to the chiropractor often, and I have for a while now. I never knew how bad of an issue I have going on. So lately I have been having headaches, like I had mentioned before, every single day, and I cannot get rid of it. And it is a dang near migraine every freaking day, and I cannot get rid of it no matter what medicine I take, no matter what I do. Those two pinpoints in the back are the fibromyalgia. And when I went to the chiropractor a few days, he had felt those spots were really tight and had a lot of tension and everything, and those are from fibromyalgia. But also we did some x-rays on my back, and I will put the pictures of my x-rays in. But my spine is all kinds of jacked up. So my neck, if I don't fix it now, it's in the beginning of a bad issue. First, my spine is at phase 1 of different phases of being screwed. Your neck is supposed to have a little bit of a curve. Well, mine kind of bulges right here at the top of my spine, and then in my neck it goes straight. So my spine curves and then it goes straight. My neck does not curve like it's supposed to. It's just straight. So that's messed up. So that causes headaches as well. 2, my spine is curving. I talked to him if it was scoliosis, because that was something, I was worried about. And he said it's not scoliosis right now, it's just spinal curvature. But if you know, if the condition was worse and we didn't catch it, or if it continued and we don't fix it, it will turn into scoliosis. So my spine is curving. My spine leans to one side, and then my tailbone is messed up. It's almost straight, like 90-degree angle, instead of, you know, slowly kind of nice little curvature. It goes and it hurts. And I mean, it could have been from having Carter, it could have been a number of things, but pregnancy definitely didn't help. Holding Carter constantly, you know, kind of leaning back, definitely didn't help. Hold on, he's trying to climb on the bed. What are you doing, silly boy? You're a crazy little boy. Anyway, so I will put the pictures of my spine in, but it's all kinds of jacked up. I'll show the paper. I have over a 10-month period of some therapy, spinal correction that I am going to be having to do. I lost train of thought. Different things, different little therapy things that we're gonna do right now for 6 weeks. I am going to be going 2 times a week, and then after that it'll be for 8 weeks. I'll go once a week, I believe, and then after that it'll be for 24 weeks. It'll be every other week. So so that's what the chiropractor said. I will put the pictures in, show what the therapy kind of thing that I'm going on. Next pregnancies, I'm going to have to go all the time and go more often, and then he'll also help me work at different pinpoints that hurt for my fibromyalgia, and try and relieve some of that tension, especially right here, because that is where my headaches hurt the most. So yeah, health not doing so hot, but it has been a few days since the last little recording that I did, and I have started my Plaquenil again. Not feeling a change yet, and then also the Gapatine, I think is what it is, that I take at nighttime for the fibromyalgia first couple nights. Oh my gosh, it made me so drowsy, like getting up at night to feed Carter. I was like, oh god, like walking, I was like, oh my god, I cannot see straight. But it's not really making me drowsy anymore. The more tired I am, I've noticed it's making me kind of drowsy, but it's not too terribly bad anymore, so that's good. But that's what's going on with my health and the chiropractor. So I'll put the pictures of my spine, and yeah, so that's what's going on for now, and we'll see how things go later on.